Introducing the most flexible crypto card in the world. 5 traditional currency accounts, including USD, GPB, EUR, CNY, and JPY. Currency exchange rates better than high street banks. Manage all your crypto and traditional currencies with one simple platform. Add funds to your account via bank transfer, credit and debit card, or crypto proceeds. Spend or withdraw your funds anywhere credit and debit cards are accepted. Exclusive plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold-plated, and solid gold cards available. 24/7 global support in multi-languages. 24/7 professional concierge services. Up to 40% discounts on hotel and travel. Instant rewards from high street retailers. Fast delivery to over 100 countries. Order your GS Lifestyle card today.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. All right. I hope everybody can see and hear me. Let me do a quick audio check. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so everybody can see, hear me. Welcome to episode 49 of Daniel's Den. We got some great content from Jim Rohn. If you guys don't know who Jim Rohn is, listen, get your notepads out, get your pens out, get your notepad and your smartphone out, however you take notes. You want to be taking some notes. So for everybody who's new to this amazing channel, thank you for watching on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, all of those amazing locations we're streaming live to right now. So everybody who's new on the sound of my voice, I see a lot of people online in different platforms right now. I'm Daniel Higgins, and welcome to Daniel's Den. We're going to chat for a little bit, and let me introduce myself. A husband, father of 2 amazing boys. You actually just heard one of my son's music earlier as an introduction. Business management major, worship leader, and wealth builder. Okay, so we got some great content for you tonight. So welcome to everybody under the sound of my voice. Oh, here we go.
The first 6 years of my economic life, I wound up broke.
And hold on there. That thing is trying to play without my permission. There we go. All right, listen, so this is an amazing audio from Jim Rohn. So we're going to dig into this. Like I said, take out your notepads. There's going to be something in this audio that's going to, let's do this real quick. There's going to be something in this audio that is going to prick you. It's going to just pierce into your heart. Earlier today on our power call, we talked a lot about leveling up. Mr. Matthew Taylor played some great content from I believe TED Talk, and it was talking about leveling up, and it was using that illustration, right, of playing the video game of Mario, and you never jump into the video game of Mario and then have a bad experience with Mario and say you just want to quit. No, you learn and you grow and you adapt from each interaction. As you fail in Mario, you continue to pursue it. You continue to try and level up. Okay, you have a mindset that it's a game, and you know you're going to adapt, and you know you're going to try and figure it out and win, right? So take that same energy and that same thought process as we go into this content from Jim Rohn, and think about leveling up in your life. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that going for you.
The first 6 years of my economic life, I wound up broke. Second 6 years, I wound up rich. Someone says, don't you have to do the second 6 years like you did the first 6 years? And jot this down. No. No, you don't have to live the second 6 years like the first 6. You can use all the information and all the advice and repairing all of your mistakes and adopting a new and refined philosophy so that the next 6 years can be totally different than the last 6. No other life form can do this. See, if you were a tree, you'd be stuck. As a tree, if you used up all the nourishment that was around you and you couldn't change location, see, you would die. But that's not true. Human beings can change location, go north, south, east, west, live here for a while, live somewhere else for a while. So that's a note to make. You can greatly alter the course of your life. Now here's the next note to make. 5 years from now, you will arrive. The question is where? If you keep up your present disciplines and keep up the present pace that you're on, where will you be in 5 years? Boy, it's easy to say, hey, I haven't really thought about that. So now make this note. In 5 years, here's the probability You will either arrive at a well-designed destination or an undesigned destination. And I promise you, 5 years from now, you really don't want to arrive at an undesigned destination. Because you may very well wind up wearing what you don't want to wear, driving what you don't want to drive, living where you don't want to live, maybe doing what you don't want to do. Simply because you didn't design a better destination. Now, sometimes after we've lived a few years, now to repair our mistakes and get back on track seems like a tough job. If you start early, the fortune belongs to you. If you start early. All fortunes that are available to humans, if you start early, the promise looms large and the odds are heavy in your favor. Now, yes, it's possible to do some radical things starting late and still arrive with some good treasures and some good things. But when you haven't got that much time left, now sometimes the decision has to be so drastic people are not willing to make it and they're too tired and too weary and too ill. And say, look, I don't have much time left. It's not going to happen for me anyway. It's easy to take that attitude. But everyone here, we've got the time over the next 10 years. We've got the time the next 20 years. We've got the time the next 30 years to make some repair now in our errors of the past and set up some new disciplines. And I'm telling you, that's going to change everything. So, 5 years from now, I wish for you to arrive at a well-designed place. A place of productivity, a place that'll make you feel good about yourself, a place that'll give you honor and respect, a place that'll give you influence to touch other people 5 years from now that you couldn't do today. Where will you be in 5 years? Key phrase, we go the direction we face. If you start designing something at the end of this direction, sure enough, you will start going the direction you face. And we face the direction we design. Direction determines destination. Destination is not determined by hope. It's not determined by wish. Destination is determined by direction. You cannot change destination overnight. But here's what you can change today, and overnight, you can change direction. And it is so fascinating what a little small change of direction will do. A few decisions in discipline, a few decisions in learning, a few decisions in change of behavior, change of habit, a few decisions in setting goals that you've sort of let drift before. Like I did at age 25, didn't have a list. I immediately started to change that. And I immediately started to change my direction so that very quickly, I started heading this direction. In less than 7 years, I was a millionaire. My father taught me way back, son, always do more than what you get paid for. Now, some individuals might argue with that. They'd say, no, you're going to mess up the whole program. I know they're wrong. In my own self-interest, I did what my father taught me, to always do more than I got paid for. Why? To make an investment in my future. Do more than you get paid for to make an investment in your future, and it's paid off for me. If you're wanting that big promotion, are you going to go up to your boss and say, just give it to me? I'll work harder if you just give me that promotion. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to do more in your current position so that you get noticed. So you stand out from everybody else. So the boss says, hey, we've got this position opening up, and I think we should give it to Nancy. She does so much more than we expect. Just imagine what she'll do if we give her this promotion. You've got to do more than you're paid for. You've got to. It's an investment in your future. It's one thing to make a sale. I'm telling you, if you make a sale, you'll make a living. All of us have found ways to make a living. What got interesting for me early on was to figure out ways to make a fortune. You'd say, well, Mr. Rohn, how would I deserve to make a fortune? It's easy. Render fortunes of service. People will do things you cannot believe for people who give them good service. Here's one of the greatest gifts you can give anybody, the gift of attention. In return, they will do extraordinary things for your career, take you by the hand, and lead you to more people than you could meet by yourself. Always do more than you get paid for. Life responds to deserve, not need. Life was not designed to give us what we need. Life was designed to give us what we deserve. Once you understand that little life principle in your own self-interest, I'm telling you, it's life-changing. The ancient law does not go like this. If you need, you will reap. No, it doesn't work that way. A lot of people out there are hoping it works that way, but no, it doesn't. The ancient law goes like this. If you plant, you will reap. If you sow, you will reap. Somebody says, well, I really need to reap. Well, then you really need to plant in your own self-interest. Your own self-interest needs to be educated in how to plant, how to do it so everybody wins, because life doesn't respond to need. You can't go to the soil and say, I need a crop. The soil just smiles at you. And here's what the soil says. Don't bring me your need, bring me some seed. Bring me some effort. Bring me some discipline. Bring me some interest. Bring me some service. Bring me these things, and I'll return to you multiplied by 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. You can't come with need. You've got to come with seed. You've got to come with willingness. You've got to come with skills. You've got to be willing to learn, willing to change, willing to grow, willing to put yourself out, willing to stand up to the bad weather, willing to pull out the weeds, willing to nurture. That's the only way you get a return. Once you understand these principles, self-interest now truly becomes an exciting challenge, making sure everybody wins. Enlightened self-interest makes sure that everybody wins.
Let me give you a good philosophical phrase. All values must be won by contest. All values must be won by contest. And after they've been won, they must be defended. You say, wow, you've put a pretty heavy task on us. That's what life is all about, a pretty heavy challenge. We don't give large trophies for small effort. If you want to win high health, if you want to win high wealth, if you want to extend a long reach in touching people's lives, you got to engage in some of these extra powerful disciplines. And one is to secure the territory by vigor, and the other is to defend it with equal challenge. Attack. Procrastination. Here's another good one. Blame. I engaged here in my life until I met Mr. Show. I used to blame my negative relatives. I used to blame the government. I used to blame taxes. I used to blame prices. I said, it costs too much. Show said, no, let's cover the real problem. You can't afford it. I never looked at it like that before. Shoaff said, sir, you must intellectually understand, it's not it that's your problem. It's you that's your problem. It's not out there that's the problem. Out there is like it's been for 6,000 years. You can't cure that. But what you can cure is errors in judgment, errors in attitude, errors in activity, errors in judging results. I found that the errors were within. But see, he had to go after me on that point. Here's the next one. Excuses. Wow. We've got 1 million. I'm too short. I'm too tall. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have the money. I don't have the experience. On and on and on with the excuses. Learning to attack. Very important. Procrastination. That's a good one, front and center. We've got to attack procrastination because it's so insidious. It eats up such large chunks of your life and leaves you in a small corner. putting it off, delaying, letting it slide. Now, I'm one of the best to attack procrastination because I confess to being one of the all-time great procrastinators. I've done a lot of things, but I've put a lot of things off. Procrastination. I am so good, I could teach it, but I also know the pain of procrastination. I also know the regret that comes from procrastination. I can also show you pieces of my life missing, never to be repaired, because I let it slide. Now, see, if we all studied our own lives, and we're trying to help somebody with this insidious disease of procrastination and putting it off, front and center, we use ourselves as best example, because you feel the strongest about your own experiences and your own emotions. Do you think you could help somebody with procrastination? Developing this skill of going back, rehearsing your own life, and coming up with the essence of the emotion and the experience to try to illustrate to somebody how insidious it can become and how devastating it can leave your life and what'll be missing if you let it slide. That's what we call learning to attack the problem. Now, underline the word attack. It's very important to go after the insidious. If the future gets clear, the price gets easy. Because you got to remember, for every promise, there's a price to pay. Everybody's got to pay the price. Everybody's got to do the deal. Everybody's got to do the disciplines. Everybody has to pay. But here's what I've discovered. If the promise is clear and powerful, the price is easy to pay. The price is some classes. The price is a few books. The price is a few disciplines. The price is finding something that'll make your life better, make you grow, make you change, make you develop. So the first part of the key is to design the promise. Then, what is the price to pay? I'm telling you, the price will be easy. Anybody in my audience, no matter where you are, where you come from. Color doesn't matter, religion doesn't matter, where you grew up doesn't matter, circumstances don't matter. I'm telling you, if you'll make the promise of the future clear for yourself, the things you want, the places you want to go, the things you want to have, the person you want to become, the skills you want, the homes you want, the future you want, the friends you want, all of the values of life that you could possibly want. If you'll make that clear, make those lists, and be serious about it, I promise you it's an easy price to pay. Anybody can pay it. And the best advice I can give you is, if I can do it, you can do it. Farm boy from Idaho, raised in obscurity, I changed my life, turned it upside down, turned it all around, found economics, found future, found promise, and if I can do it, you can do it. So, start setting your goals and see if you can't get a better excitement going for the things you want to accomplish for the future.
Ooh, that's just some quality content right there. Like I said, hope you had your notepads ready. So Jim Rohn talked a lot about some great success principles. Like he just talked about that it is time to level up. So that information is there to help you level up. Okay, so once again, this is Daniel's Dan, episode 49. So there's some key points that I'm gonna pull out from this amazing audio. Of course, we're talking about leveling up. We're staying in line with our amazing power call from earlier today. And if you weren't on our global power call, get back with the person sharing this information with you so that you can get the replay link via Facebook or something, because you need to hear the first 30 minutes of today's power call that we had today. So good. All right. So one of the key things that he talked about, Jim Rohn, he said 5 years from now, you will arrive. The question is, where will you arrive in 5 years? Will you arrive at a destination that you have actually pre-planned? Will you arrive at a destination where you took the time to set goals? You sat down, you thought about, okay, this is where I want to be, and you started headed in that direction? Or are you going to arrive at an undesigned destination? Because unfortunately, if you do not set a goal, if you do not write it down, make it plain, if you don't have in your mind's eye where you're headed, you're not going to head in the direction that you expect. Life is going to happen. Things are going to come up. And you're going to look back at the 5 years and say, man, I wasted time instead of investing time like he talked about. So point blank period, we want, and I want to arrive at a designed future. The only way you're going to be able to do that is if you take the time to design your future, lay it out, have a vision board, right? And then on top of the vision board, write out what you want to do and how you want to get there, right? So all the things are going to come together, especially when you have a goal in mind, right? Then you know where you're headed, right? Then all of a sudden you'll know as you're moving towards that goal because you know where you're headed, right? And then he talked about something simple too. So this is another very, very simple thing that people overlook. Change the direction with small decisions. It's not huge, gigantic decisions. It's day to day, moment by moment. Make those decisions that's in line and consistent with the goal that you set. So that's why it's so important to set a goal, because if you never set the goal, if you never have that destination that you're trying to design and that future that you're headed towards, then you don't know what decisions to make day to day, moment to moment. Okay, so you want to do that. And of course, this amazing principle is just never going to end. The principle of sowing and reaping. Everything is sowing and reaping. When you decide to purchase a book and decide to read it, you're sowing into yourself. When you decide to acquire a book and send it to a teammate, right? Send it to one of your developing leaders. That is sowing. You're sowing into someone's future, right? So it's amazing too. I actually have two amazing business partners who just came out with books. So I'm looking forward to continuing to grow in that area, right? And then one key point too that really stood out. There's so many key points that I'm telling you, I could probably talk about that audio for like another 20-30 minutes, but I won't, because we try and keep these Daniel's Den episodes to around 30 minutes or so. You know, we have some room to play. I mean, we do, but we try and keep it concise so that if somebody's on the go, on the move, they can listen to it on the go, back and forth, right? Want to create content that's quality content, but it is condensed, right? So one thing he talked about was like, how do you make a fortune, right? And we had an audio Friday from our power call, and it also played Wednesday that was talking specifically like you gotta do something different. You can't do what everybody is doing. So one thing he talked about here was fortunes of service. You can actually add so much value that, like he said, you move into that section of deserving the abundance, deserving what's coming to you, because you've created content and quality. You've empowered other people. You have sown so that for you can reap. So if you continue to sow and add value to people's lives, by default, they will add value to your life. He talked about, even touched on a little bit about the principle of favor, that people will come into your life and empower you as you continue to move forward. So I'm not going to talk about that too much, but listen, everyone under the sound of my voice, you want to get back whoever's sharing this quality content with you. Yes, today was motivational, inspirational. You're like, what is this all about? It's about that bath time that we always got to take. Motivation and inspiration. It may only be a shower, but we need to take our showers every day, every night, so that we can kind of wash off some of those things that happen throughout the day, night, afternoon, or whatever it is, and then be ready and empowered to move forward, right? So thank you, everybody under the sound of my voice. I want everyone to get back with the person sharing this information with you. What are we doing here? We are literally in our Gold Standard Partners business. We're empowering people by helping them get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum for sharing about our G99 and our blockchain technology, right? We are a global entity with over 80,000 affiliates and customers. So you want to get connected because, woo, just like Jim Rohn said, he talked about leveling up. So leveling up that mindset, you want to level up your quality technology. So Gold Standard Partners is putting people in position to create passive income in so many different ways. I set up my DeFi account, and all that is a account that is going to continue to pay me passive income. I love passive income. It has no requirements for me to build a team. It's just going to sit there and grow. So if you like to put your money to work, you've come across the right stream, and you want to get back with the person sharing this information with you. Okay. So once again, like I said, it's just my money's working for me. I'm not working for that. Right. So it's going to continue to grow. So guys, tap into these success principles, get back with the person sharing this information with you. We love helping and empowering people to reach and attain their goals and dreams. So let me see what we're going to end out with. Okay. So we'll go ahead and end out with this awesome clip from our Gold Standard Partners business. Now, also, too, let me go ahead and put up on the screen, because a lot of times people may invite you to take a look at a business, but there's absolutely no support for you to be successful. That is not the case with Wealth Builders Worldwide. If you choose to build a business with us, or even if you choose to be a customer and do absolutely nothing to connect other people to a business, that's okay too. You only want to build wealth for yourself. That's fine. You'll start there. I'm pretty sure you'll end up sharing, but you'll start there. And this is the support you'll have. All right. We have something live going on every single day. So on Sunday, which is coming up very soon, we're in Sunday, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a fast start training. This is for people who are hungry and chasing and going after the dream of financial freedom, or even additional income for themselves. This is not for customers. So customers, you don't have to join this at all, but it's 9 p.m. on goldrocks.info. And you want to get back with me or the person sharing this information with you to get the private password, right? Then throughout the week, we have multiple webinars and training and a whole lot of great stuff to help you. So Monday through Saturday, we have a live power call at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. It is motivational and inspirational. Absolutely no training. It's very motivational and inspirational to help you have nutrition for the mission, as it's been said live on the call. And then at noon and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Monday through Saturday, we have a live webinar that is designed to show customers and affiliates the business, and then we also do Q&A right afterwards. So you want to connect to these amazing events. And then Monday and Tuesday, we have a live Spanish presentation at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so that is your success team. We have a free support success team for you right here at Wealth Builders Worldwide on our gold, or right on our goldrocks.info webpage, which is our virtual home office, right? Which we've had for several years. Pre-COVID, we were doing everything online. Now with COVID, we're doing everything online, all right? So not a lot has changed for our business model, all right? So get back whoever's sharing this information with you. If it is me, jump on y1income.com, get your registration completed, and that is Y1Income, okay? So that's it. Thank you guys for joining. Everybody have a good day, night, afternoon. I saw a lot of people join on different platforms. So guys, get back with whoever's sharing this information with you, and we'll see you guys on the next live stream. I'll do my normal outro on this one, and I will see you guys next time.